this. I had nothing to do with that. I was born with this volume. I used to get in trouble in school because of this energy. Now I get paid for this energy. Listen to me. I was outside with a guy. I was like, yo, what you want me to talk about? He said, I don't care what you talk about. I just want to hear you off YouTube.
I just want to hear what you got to say.
I just want to be in the presence, in the room. So, watch this.
What?
75% of the work has already been done.
Okay.
The real problem we have, the 25%, which is personal development, that's why we're not making no money.
That's wrong.
That's why we're not making no money. Because of the 25% you're supposed to do that you're not doing. And you look, you got 75%, and then you're trying to dump your 25% on somebody. Just want to make sure I'm making sense before we go principled. I want to go practical. It's easy for me in America. If I lived in a third world country with this voice, I might still be doing something I don't want to do. I live in America. I literally, somebody said, where you live? I was like, man, I had to stop. Like, that's a trick question. They was like, no, where you live? I was like, it depends. That was like, depend on what? The season. So in the summer and spring, I live in Michigan. In the winter, I live in San Diego. Man, you missed what I just said. I live in America. I'm one of the few places in the world where you can be bi-coastal.
See?
And I'm looking to buy a property in Houston because one of my artists told me the week way, he's in Houston and I need to be there more. So one more time, because I know I have some people like me, I got a GED first. I didn't graduate from high school. Listen to me. Did you hear what I just said? In a country where you can fail academically and still rise. Money.
Come on, E.
So number one, we're going to talk about, now I don't do money, I do wealth. Because I'm financially well off, but I've been married 31 years to my high school sweetheart. We've been together almost 35 years. I got 2 grown kids. You live in a country where I was homeless for 2.5 years. I was a high school dropout. I got my GED, went to college, and got kicked out of college. And I'm still the #1 motivational speaker in the world. Only in America can you start at 25, and then up from 25 to 51, you can still be #1 in the world. So please write this one down. No excuses. Write this down. I'm not playing. Write this down. And for those of you who don't write, that's why you're not where you're supposed to be. You don't follow instructions. Follow instructions. Listen to what I just said. There's somebody in this room. I'm not going to be available next week, but I'm available today, and you're going to need this information. And I need you to take it. Now, it doesn't mean you ain't 90% there. It don't mean you're not 80% there already. It don't mean you're not 100%. But I'm trying to explain to you where I am in the world. I'm still not where I want to be. And God strategically still is putting people in my life to help me to get to the next level because they have experiences I don't have. They have knowledge I don't have. They have influence I don't have.
See?
They got connects I don't have. They got impact I don't have.
Why are you supposed to connect?
I have students that I know personally at Michigan State that went through school because of Bill Gates.
Even if you're not
I'm from Detroit. I'm from Chicago. I was like, yup, I got you, bro. I need to be a billionaire. I got it. I got it. Makes sense. Now, y'all think I'm playing. But I want you to hear something. I walked away from that room knowing I need to be a billionaire, not so I could buy stuff, so I could change the world. And I now have a scholarship that's 10% of a few million that we're making. And you know what's crazy? The person that's over my estate, she actually created a scholarship for kids. She put hundreds of thousands of dollars to the side for kids on academic probation like I was. Okay, y'all missed that. You missed that. When you're on academic probation and you want to come back to school, there is no scholarship for that. Exactly. So she created a scholarship for kids who messed up, but then they turned their life around. Does that make sense?
Yes. So
watch this. The reason why I didn't want to be a billionaire is because I didn't want to bear the responsibility of being a billionaire.
Well,
I'm going to say it one more time. If you understand what I'm saying, raise your hand. If you don't, don't. But when I say to you,
my hand is raised
I love only making right about $1 million. Because there's a different level of responsibility when you make right at $1 million versus a billionaire. Do you understand what I mean now when I said I didn't want to bear responsibility? If that makes sense, raise your hand. Listen to me. Your 8-figure or 9-figure opportunity is a responsibility away.
Responsibility salary away. Your 8-figure or 9-figure salary of life is a responsibility away. Nah, he body time.
Like that
Like that
MS. Right. So I did my homework and found out the one cause of MS is stress, so we took her off her job. Took a minute to get her off because she a high D, but she wasn't about that life. She didn't want to quit. It took me maybe about a year, but she would come home stressed out, have relapse, so she realized she needed to quit her job. So that was the first thing. The second thing they told me was it's a vitamin D deficiency. Right? It's crazy, y'all. If it's a rainy day and it's gloomy, my girl don't want to get out of bed. She ain't got no energy. I never knew sun was that deep. Like, I never knew sun was that deep. Like, vitamin D was that deep. So my daughter about to graduate. I'm like, all right, we can't do Detroit no more in the winter. It's not working. In my mind, I said, I got to move her where it's sun. So I got to move her where? California. Why not Florida? Not hurricanes. The weather is extreme. So it's muggy.
See?
It's hot.
I love you, E, bro. You really do.
Bro, listen to
really do. You really inspire me, bro.
When you got a gift, a challenge only takes your gift to a whole other level.
What the fuck?
So when I first said I got to take my wife to Cali in the wintertime, bro, listen to why not Florida?
Why not Florida?
The weather is extreme. Bro, listen to what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all got to hear what I'm saying. When you got a gift, a challenge only takes your gift to a whole other level. So when I first said I got to take my wife to Cali in the wintertime, people said what to me when I said I got to buy a house for my wife just for the winter? People said what? Say it again.
You trying to be fancy?
It costs too much money. I said it can't. Other people live in Cali.
That's a fact. It costs too much money.
Sometimes when we're in poverty, we got a poverty mindset. We say the dumbest stuff.
Cha.
People's like, E, you can't move to Cali. E, it's too expensive. I said, I went to Cali. It was speed. There were thousands, millions of people in there.
Houses everywhere.
I'm confused. Where would you get that from? I didn't take you to Cali and see all the people. I just left California. The gas was $4.59. And when I went to get gas, it was a line. Gas is only expensive to people who have to think about how much it is.
Exactly.
The poor look at how much the gas is. The rich just fill up. So I said I got to move my wife to California. It was so funny. We looked for a home. We're buying a home. We're building a home right now. And the lady said to me, this is going to be your what? I said, my winter home. She said, a winter home?
Y'all can have them, but we can't.
It's a multi-million-dollar home. How's this going to be your winter home? I said, because it is. My wife got MS. We don't need to live here. We just need her here for 4-5 months to get out of the cold.
Yeah, bitch. What's the problem with that?
I got a life. You know what I'm saying? I'm a pastor. Like, I live in Michigan. I got stuff going on. It's just too cold. So I called Tiffany. Tiffany, remember the conversation we had, Tiffany? I called Tiff. Was like, yo, Tiff, I just did the math. It's going to cost me $11,000 a month to live in this home.
What does LG mean?
Times 12 is $132,000. I said, all right, E, you need to make $132,000. Don't spend none of the money you got right now. Your wife is spooked out. She's spooked out. My wife's spooked out. She's like, she's real coffee. She's like, we're going to have to live a different lifestyle. 2 homes. We're not going to be able to do this. I said, relax. This is a second home.
Like the system on the phone.
Even coming out of.
Stupid shit. I don't know.
Sweetheart, that's a poverty mindset. You playing the poor man's game. We playing the rich man's game. This is a second home, and we use the business to pay for it. What business? The work that we'll be doing in schools. What work we're going to be doing in schools? The work that's going to get $11,000 a month. That's the work you're going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science.
It's not. This is what we need to do. We got to get it done.
Blessed. He told me to be fruitful and multiply.
Yes.
I said, I want to show you how it's done. At 3 o'clock in the morning, I said, God, your daughter needs to get out of the winter, and I found a house in California. I'm going to need $11,000 a month, $132,000 a year. I know you've already blessed me, but I need you to show me which one of my gifts to use.
And just wait for it.
I woke up, he said, use your gift to writing.
Mm.
I said, writing? I didn't know that was I didn't know that one was a gift. He said, yeah, you got a gift to write. I said, what do you mean by that? He says, because you're a high school dropout, you make everything simple. Don't let them punk you no more. Don't let them punk you. Because I used to write books, and educated people would look at it and be like, Eric, the verbiage is wrong. And God said, don't listen to them. Less than 20% of the world's population is educated. Less than 20% of the world's population has a degree. Less than 20% of the world's population say stuff right. 80% of the world is not educated. God said, let them have, CJ said, your superpower, let them have the 20%. Those that are doing the Queen's English, let them have the 20%. Listen to me, even the people in America that swear up and down, they speak the right language. If you go to England, England gonna be like, what did you just say? Is that how y'all using English over there? That's why y'all inferior. No, it's all relative. It's all relative. In London, they don't look at your English like it's that sweet. They feel like they have the original English. So God said, don't worry about the educated folk. That's not your group. I want you to work on the other 80. You got a whole 80%. Let them take the 20.
You got 80% too.
More people say ambulance.
Ambulance.
More people say math.
Maths.
Than say math. More people in the world say birth. Birthday. So I wrote the book. I wrote the book. I wrote the book to all the kids in the hood that have struggles. I wrote the book. The Lord blessed me to sit down with a young lady in California at the Cheesecake Factory. I gave her the book. I said, do me a favor, read the book. She called me when she landed and said, yo, E, the book, this is crazy. I'm over 23 school districts. We're going to work it out where we get the book in every single district. But for now, I got a budget and we got to keep it. We can't go too, so we're going to keep it at $132,000. Oh, you not hear what I said? We're going to keep it up. We got to stay under the radar. We got to stay under the radar. We can't go too far with this thing. When I finished writing the book, I put an assessment at the end so that we can collect data on the students. And there's a second component where I train your teachers to understand if your student is a D or I or S or a C. To show you how to work with that student. And then we put a career assessment at the back so the seventh grader could choose what career he wanted. And he could have a career path for the next 5-6 years. And we give him a mentor in that particular area. You're not hearing what I'm saying. And your gift shall make room for you, and you running from your gift. And your gift shall make room for you, and you got a job. And your gift shall make room for you, and you doubting God. And your gift shall make room for you, and you running up behind other people.
What?
You better use your gift. E, how in the world are you a high school dropout and you doing more than me? Well, I'm not doing more than you. I'm just using my gift and you ain't using yours. And if you would use your gift, it would make room for you. And guess what? We don't move into the house until May. I have enough money for the next year, and then we're going to be. Are you hearing what I'm saying to y'all? Let's go, Carl. I'm sorry. Your gifts shall make room for you. Stop right there. Write them gifts down right now. Write them gifts down right now. What are the gifts that you have that you're not using? What do you get? All right, I'm going to get out of here. I told you. All right, I'm going to get through this one little piece. I told Tim I need my whole 3 hours.
Listening.
All right, so watch this. 3 ways to make money. You either produce, you partner with a producer, or you work for one.
Motivating.
It's the only way to make money.
Exercising.
You either produce on your own, you partner with producers. I'm partnering with C. I'm partnering with Josh. I'm partnering with Jamal. I'm partnering with other beasts. So either you produce on your own. That's number one. I wouldn't suggest you do that for too long. Right? I wouldn't suggest that. Why? Because when I read the Word of God, when Jesus was here, he never sent disciples out by one.
Shit,
You always split them out by 2.